Ralph Cifaretto.
Hate is a strong word, so let's use that word here. I hate him.
So, Penny watched The Sopranos season 3 for the first time. It's bigger, it's darker, and it's even more unhinged than the first 2 seasons. Let's see how she likes it. So, I think for me, this season is when it starts to get a lot darker, because I was surprised how comedic the show is when after revisiting again after 20 years.
This is funny show.
It is a dark show, the first 2 seasons, but I think it starts to get darker in season 3 because I think it's a turning point when Tony kills Big Pussy.
Oh, yeah.
You see how it affects him through this season and his paranoia. I think it makes Tony both more vulnerable and more dangerous, if that makes any sense. Like there are other rats, like Capos are rats, and he doesn't know about it, but now his paranoia is getting ahead of him. I want to just go through some of the best episodes and just give me your thoughts on them, okay? And it's like more of the iconic, impactful episodes, okay? There's episode 2, which is Proshai Lavushka. And basically, this is Livia's last scene in the movie, which technically it's not the actress's last scene because she's CGI'd. You didn't even notice that she was CGI'd. So the actress died before the season.
Now look here. I don't like that kind of talk.
Filmed, but are you sad to see her go?
Yeah. Sorry, she's the most funny character in the whole show. Yeah.
Besides Polly? They have to depend on Polly.
Oh, I feel like I'm not as fond of Polly as I used to be, especially after his little trip with what's his name?
Oh, Christopher.
Yeah.
That's an episode we'll get into. That's one of the
Yeah,
the big
really.
one.
After that episode, I feel like he has turned into like a mean little old man.
Yeah, we can dive into some of that and why the reasons he might feel that way. Okay, so there's episode 4. This is Employee of the Month. And this is when Dr. Melfi gets assaulted.
Oh my god.
Were you expecting that? How did you feel about that scene?
How did I feel? Uncomfortable? You mean like Dr. Melfi getting assaulted?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
I think the point is that, so the police mishandle the whole case, right? And the guy gets off. And this is a turning point for Dr. Melfi. She has that dream about the dog attacking him, and that is supposed to be Tony. She has that turning point where she can get justice through Tony, but that makes her no better than what he is.
Tony's pretty good to me.
What do you think of her choice at the end when she just says, she's breaking down during a session, and
she still didn't spell a word.
Yeah, and what's happening? What's wrong? And then it was like that pivotal moment, and
I'm like, smell the tea and
like,
let's get this resolved.
Nothing, and then just cuts to black. Was that frustrating for you?
It was.
That's the Sopranos for you, babe.
I would have told him.
Of course you would. You're not Dr. Melfi.
Obviously.
I mean, you want to say something?
No.
There's University. This is basically he's not introduced this episode, but Ralph Cifaretto, you get a better introduction of him with him and Tracy, his girlfriend. That was another pivotal scene, especially like for Tracy's storyline. It comes back around the next season 4. But so was it pretty disturbing for you, that episode? Seeing that Ralph Cifaretto basically murder her at the back of the bada bing, just she's pregnant with his child. And
yep, that just automatically put him on my blacklist, and this is the most hateful character of the whole show, and I haven't even seen half of the show yet.
So is he your least likable character?
Hate is a strong word, so let's use that word here. I hate him.
Just forget it all out.
Get it all out, you little hoa.
Is that the turning point though? That episode that made you actually
Hate him?
despise him as a character?
Yeah. I wasn't fond of him in the first place because I feel like he's just, I don't like his hair. Yeah, I judge a book by its cover, and his cover matches his inside, okay?
Yeah. I kind of like Joey Pants as an actor. And I think he's a funny character most of the time, but he is like a psychopath. Like
he's that person that you want to get rid of the most, but you can't get rid of him. Which is probably why.
Yeah, because he's a
pisses me
top
off.
earner. Tony can't really touch him. He's a made guy and everything. Episode 11, Pine Barrens. This is the one we were just talking about with Polly and Christopher lost in the woods. This is a fan favorite. This is a lot of the
really?
fans' like favorite episode. Yeah.
I can see that. It's definitely, I want to say this episode is very different from the other episodes because this one really focused on them too. Most of the time the episodes would go into different people and different family and stuff.
Yeah, it was like both funny and stressful too. Like they're like shivering and Polly loses his shoes and then they're eating like condiments like mayonnaise and ketchup.
Frozen ketchup. It's like a ketchup popsicle.
What's that? Nathan's bag. Fuck, there's some ketchups and shit.
They clean?
I don't know, they were in the bag. They were a little halfway frozen.
Fuck it. Give me some. Not bad. Mix it with the relish.
Yeah, they lose the Russian. What do you think happened to the Russian?
He's coming back.
You think he's coming back?
I think I know he's coming back.
He's gonna go pop to Polly.
No, I think it's gonna come back even worse.
Oh boy. All right.
Do you remember what happened to that Russian?
It's not gonna get answered for a while. So
For a while, it's like I gotta wait till the 6th season.
basically. What is it one of your favorite episodes then? Did you
Every episode is my favorite episode.
every episode?
Yeah.
Okay, but this one stood out to you. It's directed by Steve Buscemi, who will be showing up as a character later on in a later season. I think season 5.
Most of the episodes are pretty funny. This one's less like funny, but more. I feel like this is a very dark episode. Like where the
Pine Barrens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the way you said that your opinion of Polly changed with that episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is feeling like he's not respected by Tony. You got to think that Polly, he worked with Tony's dad, and he feels like he's owed some respect for being in the game for so long. And then I think it's Tony is grooming Christopher to be the next boss. And that's why he's taken all this shit out on Christopher this whole season.
Okay. I think being respected is one thing, being the boss is another.
Yeah.
Just because you're being like a certain position for long enough doesn't mean that you have what it takes to be the main boss, right? But do you not feel like he has been respected by Tony?
They emphasize it at the end of the episode where he's in the back seat when they finally pick him up and he's got like mayonnaise on his mouth. And Tony looks back and he goes, mayonnaise. He's well, it's like mayonnaise. And he like wipes his face and he looks outside like he's a child. Like he talks to him like a child.
Like,
he was just saying that.
How else can you tell? So adults usually just don't say anything. Just let you embarrass yourself.
Come mayonnaise on your chin.
What?
Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
Episode 13, Army of One. So Jackie Jr. all season, he's been trying to get Jackie Jr. to like chill out, go back to school and everything. He's all about the mob life. And yeah, he holds up that card game because of Ralphie. He talked about Tony and his dad and Silvio, I think, holding up the card game. And he just decides to try it out. He fucks it all up because one of the other guys kills somebody and there's a big shootout and he goes into hiding. Eventually they find him and they kill him. Tony doesn't make the decision. He leaves the decision up to Ralphie.
He pretty much is the one that gave the okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to give the okay. He wanted to torture Ralphie because he hates.
Yeah, but in the meantime, he knows even if Ralphie gonna decide to kill Jackie, he's gonna be okay with it. So it's not.
Yeah, I think he just wanted him out of his hair because he just kept fucking up. He kept giving him more chances, and I guess this was the final straw, which I'm glad. I think the actor who plays Jackie Jr. is like probably the one thing holding back the season for me. I don't think he's a great actor, which it might be why they cast him because he's got that frog voice.
I just got an A on my lit paper.
You did?
Edgar Allan Poe. Good writer. What a fucking nut job.
I don't think it's a voice. I don't know if the acting was like intentionally supposed to be that way or what. Like, that's the character. Like, dislike this character because he just always seemed nervous. Always, or like shaky, or something's going on, or like sweating.
He's trying to play the part of a mobster, right?
Yeah, but he is not. Okay, first of all, he's not that smart. And then second of all, his biggest mistake is trying to be something that he isn't.
Yeah.
And him just like messing with Meadow did not leave a good impression either. But yeah.
You think his fate was deserved?
Hey, you cannot say this kid deserved to die. I was gonna say that.
You might.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then they have a funeral for him, and then Meadow, she's kind of
definitely
getting
fucked up, like
drunk, and
yeah,
it's really affecting her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go by some of the characters. So Carmela and Meadow, they go through some stuff. Carmela is getting a little friendlier with Furio. Meadow.
They definitely have something going on.
Meadow, she's going to college. She has that one boyfriend that Tony gets all racist against, and then she starts going out with Jackie Jr. Jackie Jr. dies, so she's going through a lot this season too.
Yeah, breakups were never fun, especially like your ex-boyfriend died.
Yeah. Okay, so Christopher's downward spiral into drugs and
I'm very worried about him. Yes, getting needles in between the toes, it hurts.
We already talked about Ralph Cifaretto, how he's the one you absolutely hate in this show.
He's a total asshole. Yeah.
What do you think of Gloria Trillo, the girl that Tony was seeing that she was a patient of Dr. Melfi's, her and Tony's relationship?
I'm not surprised. She does give me a crazy lady vibe. Even before the crazy part actually happened.
Yeah.
Especially like Dr. Melfi indicated that she tried to kill herself, going through a bad breakup. So you already know that this lady probably gonna act a little extreme, maybe. And especially with Tony, like being in a relationship with someone like that, you have to set your expectation correctly. You're gonna get stewed up, very likely. They're gonna leave abruptly.
Yeah,
you just have to like put yourself at the right position. But I don't know about her. I definitely don't think she's prepared for those moments. Maybe a little like pouty moment got triggered into something big. It really felt like maybe she got like an episode of whatever,
bipolar disorder or something.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, and I don't know. From this, it seemed like Tony hasn't had many relationships outside of Carmela, other than
maybe in his mind, whoever he's with just have to just listen, just naturally accept everything, while he is being unfair to her. Could have called, right?
Yeah, and just someone who's also got mental health issues, and he's got a good woman in Carmela, and I think he's like taking it for granted. And then
for sure.
Yeah, and then he like is strangling her and about to kill her at one moment, but she also threw a stake at his head.
I'll go to Colombia. I'll tell your daughter about it.
So just your final thoughts and rating on season 3.
Season 3 is 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Going strong. Yeah, I really enjoyed this season. I think things got escalated pretty seriously now, and there are more extreme acts in this season, and I really enjoy it. And it's still funny. It's still a funny show.
You can tell that it's getting a little darker as it goes.
Yeah, for sure, but it's not like, it's more like a dark humor type of thing. I still find it funny, even if it's like serious. I don't know, going through serious stuff.
Yeah, I think I'll go
4.5
for me, because I think maybe it's the point of it, but Jackie Jr., the guy's a terrible actor. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and I
think we should find another show or movie that he's in to see his acting and see if it's any similar to this one.
It probably is, because I haven't seen him in anything else. He's in the biggest show of all time. He hasn't been in anything else, really. But I think looking back, I think season 3 is probably my favorite. But I don't know, season 2 is like really good. It's a lot better than I was like remembering. I think this one has some very standout episodes like Pine Barrens and University and stuff that really stick with you. But as a whole, I think I prefer season 2, but it's still a great show, right? Like season by season. So I don't really have that many complaints.
The Sopranos, the complete 3rd season on DVD and video, only from HBO Home Video.
But that was Penny's first time watching Sopranos season 3. We're gonna review all the Sopranos seasons, and you should subscribe to get her thoughts on the rest of the Sopranos season. Make sure to hit like. It really helps small channels like this. Make sure to subscribe for more Penny watches for the first time. Hit that bell icon because you'll get notified, and we'll see you later. Bye.